Hello, Creative Gems. Welcome back to Creativity. And if you're new here, I'm Sandy, and I'm so glad you made it here. Today is going to be all about bowls and how you can make a collection of decorative bowls to showcase them in your home. We're going to take an assortment of plain dollar store bowls and we're going to transform each one of them into beautiful, unique looking statement pieces that you can showcase in your tables and on your bookshelves. Some of the bowls will have scallop rims, some will be round, and others will be deeper bowls, and some will be more shallow. But the best part is not only will each of the bowls amp up your home decor, but each piece will be so easy for you to replicate for only a couple of dollars. For our first bowl, we're going to take this clear plastic bowl that has a scallop edge and we're going to play up the scallop rim with some silver beaded trim. The silver beaded trim is self-adhesive, so no additional glue will be required. You can see here I'm positioning the silver bead trim so it follows the scalloped edge. Once you have the entire outer rim done, you could leave it as is, but I'm going to continue to apply the silver bead trim along the inner rim of the bowl as well. And just a quick suggestion, if you can't find any of the silver metallic trim, you could always opt for some white pearl beads instead. I think the white pearl beads would look just as pretty, except you would not get the color contrast that you get with the silver metallic bead trim. And if you're not too big on glam and bling, you could go ahead and use any other colored beaded trim you prefer. Okay, so now with the outer and inner rim of the bowl done, I'm actually going back in with some small clear round gem stickers and we're mimicking the diamond shapes on the bowl. This is what is going to make the bowl really stand out and look unique. And by the way, all the materials I'm using in today's craft projects are from either Dollar Tree or Dollarama, so everything is extremely budget friendly. And while we work on decorating this bowl, I would love to know where you are all tuning in from. I know many of you come from all over America, including New York, California, the Carolinas, Washington, Florida, and I think we also have some viewers from the UK and Canada as well. If you would like to tell me where you're from, drop me a note in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. And in the meantime, I'm going to fast forward this part until we finish decorating the entire bowl with the gem stickers. It's an easy task working with the gem stickers, but it is quite repetitive, so you may want to grab your favorite drink and maybe put on some tunes. Okay, so we're almost done doing this bowl, and it did take quite a while to decorate, but we're finally done. I'm very happy with the diamond shapes actually, and the metallic finish on the bead trim, as well as the gems, make the whole bowl shine and glitter. And here's what it looks like sitting flat on my table. I think I could probably use it as a fruit basket or maybe as a candy dish. Let me know what you think. And here's a second look. I have placed the bowl on top of an upside down margarita glass. Notice how I trimmed the outer rim of the margarita glass with a few rows of mini mirror tiles? And for fun, here's the bowl placed on top of a martini glass. I'm not too crazy about this look, but it is different. Next, I decided to take this hammered silver tea light holder and apply a bit of hot glue to it so I can position the bowl on top of it using the tea light holder as a base. I really like this look as it gives the bowl a bit of height and the base matches the silver metallic bead trim placed along the rim of the bowl. How pretty is that? Comment down below with the word bowl and let me know what you think of this bowl. I'm thinking of displaying this one on my bookshelf by the TV room, but I'm also open to your suggestions on how to showcase the bowl. Now for our next bowl, we're going to start by taking a pack of silver plastic spoons and we're going to embellish them with some small round clear flat back gems. Here you can see I have already broken off the arm part of the spoons and now we're left with only the round part of the spoons. What I'm doing here is applying 7 gems directly onto the spoon pieces. We'll use some hot glue to adhere the gem pieces. We're taking 3 gems and putting them down the center and then 2 smaller ones on either side. And while we work on embellishing these spoon pieces, I would like to take a moment to thank you for tuning in to today's craft project. If you enjoy glam home decor and DIY crafts on a budget, please hit that subscribe button to help me grow my channel. And if you like what you see today, please give me a thumbs up as well. Your support will really help me continue providing you with more amazing and creative craft tutorials. And the best part is, subscribing and giving me a thumbs up is absolutely free, but will make a world of difference to me and my channel. Now that we have a pile of the spoon pieces done, this is what the crystal clusters should look like. And we can now start placing them onto our next bowl. So here I have a medium-sized silver square bowl. You can see the rim of this bowl also has somewhat of a scalloped edge. This is where we're going to place our spoon pieces. I'm using a bit of hot glue and then positioning each spoon piece horizontally along the outer rim. And by the way, if you're not familiar with these square bowls, they're actually from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree sells these bowls in 3 different sizes, so you can actually embellish each size of the bowls and make a matching set for your home. I absolutely love crafting with these bowls because I love the mirror-like finish they have, and these bowls have such a unique shape and design as well. Now that we have all 4 sides done, this is what our bowl looks like. It already looks so pretty, but if you know me, I'm not actually done with this. I'm actually going to go an extra mile and add just a bit more bling to it. I'm going to take some clear flat back gems and adhere them between the spoon pieces. It's a small detail, but if you've seen any of my other home decor pieces, you'll know that I live by my motto, the more bling, the better. Of course, if you think the bowl is already glam enough, you could keep the bowl as is, and it will look just as wonderful as is. And if you're still with me, comment down below with the word bowl and let me know if you prefer more bling or less. Either way though, I would say go with your own preference and make each piece your own. As a final step for this bowl, we're going to take another hammered silver tea light holder and apply it to the bottom of the bowl as a base. A little bit of hot glue is all you will need to adhere the 2 pieces together. And here's the final look for our second bowl. I absolutely love this bowl, especially because of the mirror finish, and it goes very nicely with the rest of my silver themed home decor pieces. Comment down below with the word bowl and let me know what you would use this bowl for. For our next bowl, I was inspired by the Z Gallery Grand Mercy bowl, but I wasn't about to pay over $100 for the bowl, so I decided to make one of my own. And good thing is, I have these small Christmas ornament balls left over from the holidays that will be perfect for our Z Gallery dupe. These ornament balls have a mirror-like finish, and you get 16 per pack, which will be more than enough for our bowl. The first thing I'm doing is removing the silver caps from each ball. All you need to do is give a gentle tug to pull them off. And then we're going to go back in and snip off the tips where the caps used to be. We want to remove the tips so we can flatten out the surface so we can adhere it to our bowl. Next, we take another one of those square bowls from earlier. This one is the large size one, but you could also use the medium sized one. First, we're going to figure out how many of the balls we want to adhere to the bowl. For mine, I have decided on 3 balls per side along the opening of the bowl. Here, I'm eyeballing the spacing, but if you want to be more precise, you can also measure things out with a ruler. As we get close to the base of the bowl, I'm going to fit 2 more balls on each side. The balls will be positioned in an alternating pattern from the first row of balls, and we'll continue that for all of the other sides. And here's my version of the Gramercy bowl from Z Gallery. Looking at it, I think using the silver Christmas ornament balls to mimic the polished knobs on the Z Gallery version worked out very well. But the big difference is the Z Gallery version is round, whereas my bowl is square. And of course, the Z Gallery version is going to be much heavier since it's made of stainless steel, whereas my version is extremely lightweight. But I think my version is a pretty good dupe and looks just as pretty, and it makes an excellent decorative bowl. Comment down below with the word bowl and let me know what you think of this Z Gallery dupe. And with that said, let's continue with our third bowl. Here I have a large round shallow garden dish and I'm adhering a string of silver beaded necklace all along the outer rim of the bowl. Once the rim is done, I'll go in and do the same towards the bottom edge of the bowl as well. And here's what the bowl looks like so far. To bling out the bowl a bit further, I found this beautiful pearl gem trim, and I'm going to apply it right below the silver beaded necklace as a secondary trim. This trim is self-adhesive, so no additional glue is required. Once that's done, we'll take another hammered silver tea light holder, apply a bit of glue to it, and then we're going to position the garden dish right on top of it. And that's pretty much it. And you'll notice that I'm actually using 2 types of glue, but my garden dish is actually plastic, so hot glue probably would have just sufficed. But just to let you know, my recommendation is that if you're adhering glass to glass or glass to ceramic, you'll want to use a strong adhesive such as E6000 or Fixall to give it a more secure hold. And here's the final look of our third decorative bowl. This bowl was a really simple one to embellish, but look how upscale the bowl looks now. And now onto our next bowl. We'll take this large clear plastic oval bowl and we're going to have some fun with this bag of vase filler. We're also going to need some white glitter and lots of Mod Podge. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to tape off the base of the bowl. I'm using some painter's tape because it will be much easier to remove later. If you don't have any painter's tape, you could try regular masking tape, but try not to apply it too firm so it's easier to remove later. Once the base is completely covered with tape, we're going to go in with some Mod Podge. It doesn't matter if you use a gloss or matte version, you can use whatever you have on hand. I'm going to use a foam brush to spread the Mod Podge evenly all over the bowl, although if I were to do this again, I would suggest working in small sections at a time. Next, we're going to sprinkle the clear vase filler where the Mod Podge has been applied. You'll notice that I'm dispensing the vase filler from a jar, even though the vase filler came from a bag. I just transferred the vase filler because I find it much easier to sprinkle evenly onto the box. What I also should have mentioned is that you're going to get a lot of fallout with the vase filler, so I would put a piece of newspaper or craft paper on your table surface to catch the fallout so you can save it and use it as necessary. We don't want to waste any of the vase filler. You'll also notice that as the Mod Podge begins to dry, it will dry clear. This will help you fill in any gaps because we want to make sure the entire bowl is covered with the vase filler. You also want to make sure the vase filler falls evenly only to the bowl's surface. We don't want any clumps, and if you do find some, try to spread them out before the Mod Podge dries completely. Now for our next layer, we're going to add white glitter on top of the vase filler. I'm also trying this spray adhesive because I thought it would be able to cover more surface area at a time. But what actually happened is that it got really messy really fast, so I wouldn't recommend using a spray adhesive. Once you have enough of the vase filler and white glitter applied, you'll want to make sure to set the bowl aside to fully dry overnight. Okay, so it's the next day and everything has dried, and I've also removed the painter's tape from the bottom of the bowl. The bowl has dried white and has a beautiful texture on it. And just to let you know, it dried white because of the white glitter that we sprinkled onto the bowl. But now what we want to do is give the bowl a more finished look. First, I'm going to take a string of silver beaded necklace and line the rim of the bowl with it. A little hot glue is all that is needed. And here's what the bowl looks like so far. It looks very pretty and very unique, but we're going to give the bowl a bit of height using this square silver bowl. First, I'm going to trim the rim of the square bowl with the same silver beaded necklace we used earlier. This will give our bowl's design a more consistent look and feel. So far, this base is looking pretty nice, but I'm also going to go back in with some additional embellishments along the four edges. And now finally, I think this base looks complete. To adhere this base to the bowl, apply a little bit of hot glue and then make sure you position the base directly onto the center of the base of the larger bowl. And here's the final look for our decorative pedestal bowl. I'm not using this bowl for anything other than showcasing it on my open shelf as part of my winter collection of home decor pieces. Comment down below with the word bowl and let me know what you think of this bowl design. For our next decorative bowl, we're going to have more fun with glitter. This time we'll take a round garden dish bowl and apply a mixture of Mod Podge and white or silver glitter all around the outer surface of the bowl. So as it turns out, I wasn't happy with the finish of the bowl, so I decided to go back in and mix some paint and silver glitter and apply that to the bowl. You're probably wondering what paint color this is. This is actually a paint color I mixed myself by combining metallic silver and metallic gold, as well as a touch of white to it. The resulting color is similar to a gray cement color. I also added some silver glitter to create texture for our bowl. And when applying the paint mixture, you want to make sure you apply enough coats so the bowl becomes opaque. You want to make sure you can no longer see through the clear plastic bowl. Once the bowl dries, it will actually have the look and feel similar to ceramic, and surprisingly, even the shine from the silver glitter shows through the paint. No one would ever guess this started as a clear plastic bowl. Now, you'll notice that the rim of the bowl is undone. So to give this decorative bowl a finished look, we'll need to clean up the rim. To do that, I have chosen to apply this beautiful silver crystal ribbon. I found this on Amazon and I think it looks absolutely beautiful for home decor crafts. If you like this crystal ribbon for your crafts too, I'll leave a link to it down in the description box. This ribbon is actually one of my favorite embellishments to use when I'm crafting. Here's what the bowl looks like so far. I love how the silver glitter shimmers and matches the glitter from the silver crystal ribbon. And if you're still with me, comment down below with the word bowl and let me know what you think of my homemade silver glitter paint. Once the outer rim is done, we're going to go back in and apply the same ribbon in the inner rim of the bowl as well. To finish off the rim, we're going to adhere a string of silver beaded necklace all along the edge of the bowl. Next, we're going to turn the bowl upside down. To give this bowl a tiny bit of height, we're going to adhere a small glass tea light holder to the bottom of the bowl. Apply a bit of hot glue to the bottom of the tea light holder and then adhere it to the bottom of the larger bowl. If you want a more secure hold, you could also add either E6000 or Fix All. Also, make sure everything is centered properly. Next, I'm going to go back in with the same silver crystal ribbon and apply it to the outer edge of the tea light holder. This will give the bowl a more consistent look and feel for the design. And here's the final look for our decorative pedestal bowl. It's definitely unique, and I love how the silver crystal ribbon makes the bowl glitter and shimmer. And the warm color of the paint and the cool tone from the silver crystal ribbon gives a great color contrast to the bowl. For our next bowl, we have this medium-sized clear plastic bowl that I'm going to embellish using these large, clear, flat glass gems. Something I discovered is to apply a small dollop of glue in the center of each glass gem and then press it down firmly onto the bowl so that the hot glue becomes invisible. We're going to continue that until the entire bowl is covered in the glass gems. Next, we're going to make a base for our bowl. We'll take a small round plastic bowl and Mod Podge the outer surface and then sprinkle silver glitter all over it. To ensure the silver glitter doesn't come off when you handle the bowl, make sure you finish off with a final coat of Mod Podge to seal everything in place. Once the glitter and Mod Podge has dried fully, apply some hot glue to the bottom of the small bowl and then adhere it to the bottom of the larger bowl with the glass gems. Make sure it's centered properly and then that's it. Here's what our bowl looks like. It's different and it's glam. Comment down below and let me know what you think I should use this bowl for. Maybe a candy dish just in time for Easter chocolate eggs, perhaps? And I like this design so much that I decided to make a larger one using similar glass gems. This bowl is bigger and with all the glass gems, it's actually pretty heavy now. Perhaps this one would make a good fruit bowl. What do you guys think? Comment down below with the word bowl and hit me up with your suggestions. Meanwhile, I went ahead and embellished a silver charger plate with the same glass gems, and I think the three of these bowls make a beautiful set. Comment down below with the word bowl and let me know which decorative bowl from today you like the best. I would be curious if you would try making any of these budget-friendly, beautiful decorative bowls. In the meantime, I hope you stick around and check out some of my other DIY home decor ideas.